Well, we're going to go for another ride on this machine today, and it'll be less rough and mucky than the previous one that I filmed. We'll get a good few miles in on smoother roads today, I think, but I've got a few things in mind, among which I want to go and visit my parents and stop off and see how they are and have a cup of tea and a chat with them. But the route I'll be taking today, I'm hoping that we'll go over the Black Mountain, and apparently there have been changes on the Black Mountain, unfortunately, and although there's been a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit on there for a few years now, it was reduced from 60. They've now gone even further than that and put apparently 5 speed cameras up on poles, starting from one cattle grid and going over to the other cattle grid on the other side, and there's 5 of them sort of dotted along the way that will watch that you're not doing over 40 miles an hour, and apparently even record your average speed. But I'm not too worried about exceeding 40 miles an hour on this, and I'm glad that I've already been able to have my fun on the mountain there hundreds if not thousands of times over the years, and nothing ever happened to me. But we need protecting from ourselves, you know, and Killjoy Britain strikes again, no doubt. Ever wonder the sort of people that come up with these sort of schemes? Well, remember the kids that you used to get in school, the ones that were always off to tell sir? I think it's that type, that mentality. And unfortunately, perhaps the actions of a tiny minority, whether on motorbikes or in cars or whatever, you always get a few people in every walk of life that are a bit of a nuisance and spoil it for everyone else. But I mean, the majority of people I've seen on bikes and in fast cars and stuff are responsible people who know what they're doing, and it's not like you're going to get a mother pushing a pushchair out into the road in front of you up there, or a kid running after a ball or anything. There are sheep up there sometimes. Even they seem accustomed to the traffic and just sort of look at you most of the time when you go past. But anyway, I digress. We'll go up there, take a look, see where they are, and maybe stop off and have a natter about them. Then I'm going to go on from the Black Mountain. I'm going to go along the Amman Valley and then up the Betws Mountain, which is between the Amman Valley and the Swansea side, and I'm hoping that I might be able to point. I can't exactly say where this place is 100% with 100% certainty, but up there somewhere, we've got the rough idea of where the area is where a Harry Grindle Matthews lived, who apparently was working on a death ray. So I'll probably just sort of shout and point, because there's not really anything much to see. I'll probably say that's where he was from. And then we'll carry on a bit further until we're looking down on the Morriston side towards Swansea and Swansea Bay, and I'll point out there's a big tall rectangular building that should probably appear right in front of us, which is the famous or infamous DVLA, formerly the DVLC, Swansea, where all the driving licences and logbooks and everything for all the UK drivers and vehicles originate. So we'll get over far enough to point that out, and then we'll turn around, and then I'm going to head back over into Ammanford and visit my parents and meander home after that. So I don't know how much of it we'll get on film, but that's the planned trip today. And I might also perhaps use smaller clips individually, especially the ones that might show the speed cameras. There's a lot of fast bikes out today, I can hear them, so we're probably going to get overtaken quite a lot on this, I would say, today. But they're having their fun, they're not doing me any harm, and vice versa. So I'm going to get ready to go, and we'll see where we end up and how it pans out, I guess. Okay, speed cameras, save me from myself. And this hyper fast, deadly motorcycle, and I need to be controlled. Otherwise, I might find myself enjoying myself too much. And that would never do, would it, boys and girls? Oh no. Someone should tell sir. just to make sure that my average speed isn't too high. We'll just pause here for a moment and check out the view. Camera angle as well, I hope that's alright. Right in front of us there is a flooded open cast pit. We've got wind turbines as far as the eye can see. Over that way is sort of looking out towards Meath, I think. We're heading towards Teletubby land over there. We're going to go over that mountain and over to the Swansea side eventually. Right. Our average speed shouldn't be too high now. Right, here's the next one. What a lovely, happy world we live in. Right, well apparently the council and an operation that call themselves Go Safe are behind all this. And to be honest, I really don't think they'd care a jot if I went off the side of the mountain and broke my neck, to be honest. It's all about power and money and control and telling other people what they can and can't do. That's what's behind it, but most of all probably money, the fines they'll pick up as they curb or try to curb people's enjoyment of life. 40 miles an hour. an average speed of 40 miles an hour from one cattle grid to the other would probably mean that you could still nip along a bit, but if you pass any one of these at 40 miles an hour and they bust you for it, then that's a sad place that we're in, because well, if I get busted for speeding on the ride we've just taken over the mountain on this, things really have spiralled way out of control with what the powers that be get up to. But there we are, all very sad, but that's life, I suppose. Anyway, we'll carry on now, and we're going to head through Brynamman and Llangadog and go up the Betws mountain, and we'll get a look at Swansea and Morriston next, hopefully. So we'll stop the camera here and restart it, and we'll carry on.